I know the Cheesecake Factory been getting a lot of heat. Take her to the Cheesecake Factory. Yeah. She don't have to go to Nobu.
Yeah.
she's going to Nobu 3 times a week with dudes that's trying to wow her. Take her to Cheesecake Factory, show her that you somebody different that ain't tripping off that type of stuff.
It's all about the experience.
It's the experience.
When it comes to
y'all can have a great conversation at the Cheesecake Factory.
Yep.
Or you could be at Nobu on your phones and never even have a conversation with her. Like, you are correct. It's the experience. It ain't what you eating. It ain't none of that stuff.
It ain't the place. It ain't the event. And none of that. It's the experience.
It's the experience.
Because I've been on, in my younger days on dates and stuff like that, or taking women on dates and stuff. And I'm thinking it's like, yo, this is the best place I could take you, But we just didn't click. Bread. Yeah, spending a lot of money. Yeah. And she ain't feeling it because she ain't feeling me. Yeah. Period. So it had nothing to do with me taking you somewhere or buying you this or anything like that.
Correct.
Because it's the experience that matters.
It's the vibe, the experience. Yeah. And I think a lot of young men need to understand that. There gets to a part where Jimmy Lee, we get to see Jimmy Lee's hustle, shadiness a little bit. He tells a white guy that he has a girl in the back of an apartment complex that if he knocks on the last door in the back, she's going to do him real good. But then he tells the white guy, leave your money with me because while you in there, she might rip you off. So the white guy leaves his money with Jimmy Lee. Jimmy Lee takes off with the man's money.
Of course. Clearly,
he goes to the back to go get some booty, opens the door, and it's a big, huge black man calling him all type of honkies. What you want, honky? Get your honky ass out of here, honky.
He was like, is so-and-so here?
I feel like the word honky was written like in capitals with exclamation marks on it because he said it. Honky?
Yeah.
You want, honky?
He put some extra honk into
it. For those who don't know, that was the term for a white person back then. You was a cracker or a honky?
A honky.
Which one do you think was worse to call a white person in the 60s and 70s? Was it honky?
I don't know. I wouldn't want to be called a honky.
I wouldn't want to be called a honky.
I almost rather be called a nigga than a honky. That's just, I don't know, it's just something bad about being called a honky, man.
I need to research where did the term honky even come. Is it honky tonk? Did it come from?
I think honky tonk was a term for like applied to like a certain type of rock music.
That's what I thought. Like
early rock music.
Where would honky come from?
Like honky tonk.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I gotta research.
And then it became it became one of those terms.
Anybody in the audience, let me know. Research it for me. Where did cracker come from and where did honky come from? We need to know. Because in this movie, that dude said honky very proficient. Yeah. Like it was in that script a lot.
He was unapologetic.
But once again, we got to see Jimmy Lee really don't have no hoes because there was no woman involved in this scam at all.
Just when you thought you was gonna see one of Jimmy Lee's hoes, it's like
he ain't got no hoes.
This nigga ain't got no hoes. Man,
he just a hustler. He just stealing money from people.
Yeah, he blue balled me, man. I thought he was gonna have something bad up in there, man. Rock dude's world. And like, yeah, right.
The fellas are outside of Martha's, the hangout spot.
Yeah.
And Stone and Rob pull up.
Yeah.
With a stolen vehicle.
And it was clean.
And it was clean.
Super
it was
clean.
A nice whip.
Yeah.
And this is what bothered me about Coach Cheese's character. You are, at this point, you already know you're going to Grambling.
Yep.
You cool with riding in stolen cars with these two niggas? Like, you know they're criminals. You know it's a stolen car. You getting ready to go to Grambling.
You know it ain't their car.
You know it ain't their car. Yeah, let me tell you. You know it ain't their car because they don't even have 25 cents to get into a dance. So you know damn well they ain't got a car at all. So you see, and that goes back to whoever the dude that was sitting there with Coach Cheese's mom, he wasn't no type of father figure at all. Because Coach Cheese should have known better than to get in the car with Rob and Stone. Because even Preach didn't want to go. Remember, Coach Cheese was like, I know you're not going, I know you coming.
Peer pressure.
Preach already knew these ain't the dudes you really want to be riding around with in any car.
No, he gambles with them, so he knows. He knows how they get down.
Right. So it was kind of, that's where I was like, come on, Coach Cheese, man. You got to be more. You got to, It's hella people in your mama apartment. You need to get all these people out the ghetto. You gotta think smarter than riding with Rob. Let's get back to this. Rob and Stone don't have nothing to lose.
No.
So it didn't matter whether they got caught.
No.
And it feels like Preach understood that. But Coach Cheese, for some reason, didn't understand that these two didn't have nothing to lose, and you have everything to lose.
I think with Coach Cheese, it's like he's on himself a little bit, I think. And it's one of those things where it's like, I already got into Grambling or whatever like that. So it really doesn't matter what I do at this point.
He's feeling himself a little bit.
I'm going to have some fun before I have to hunker down and get serious in college.
I don't know if you want that type of fun, though.
He's a very carefree individual. He's a multidimensional individual. And I think that's what it came down to, though. When it came down to, the joyride, he's like, oh, hell yeah, man, let's go. Let's have some fun. He's all about fun and having fun and enjoying, the last of, because they were seniors, the last of their years at Cooley High, which was the name of the school, by the way. We never talked about that.
That's right.
That's the title of the movie is the name of the school.
It's the name of the school.
Edwin J. Cooley High. It was a vocational school, high school. And unfortunately, it got torn down. They closed it in 79. They tore it down in 81. So, 81. So it doesn't exist anymore. But back then, yeah.
And it was weird because normally that would be considered like an historical landmark, right? Wouldn't it be? Think. Nowadays, they would consider that
I would think
something that you would not tear down.
I would
Cooley
think,
High.
Yeah.
Like, you don't tear down Cooley High.
Yeah, dude. It's like the Twin Towers or something.
Yeah, it's like certain things,
Chicago.
It means too much. It means too much. Preach is bragging about some dude that hired him to drive
his Maserati.
And you could tell he's bullshitting the whole time.
Big time.
And he's believing his own hype.
Again.
And I want to say it was Rob. I think it was Rob. Might have been Stone that was like, go ahead and drive.
It was Stone.
It was Stone. Like, go ahead and drive. Yeah. And as soon as he said that, I said, oh, it's about to be an adventure because we know damn well Preach does not know how to drive.
Nah.
He didn't know how to put the car in drive. He didn't know how to do none of that stuff. No. So you knew he was lying.
He didn't know the brake from the gas.
He didn't know nothing. And it reminded me of a friend of mine, well, my cousin, actually. Shout out to Gerald. We're going to see you soon. Gerald told me the same thing. So Gerald, at this point in time, I'm 17 in my first car. Gerald is like 4 years younger than me. So he's like 13. Gerald tells me that his dad taught him how to drive. Let him drive real quick. So I let him drive. The first thing he did, now we on Fruitvale and MacArthur in front of the McDonald's, right by the post office.
Yeah.
Parked. His car is behind me, in front of me. He puts it in drive and hits the gas. Bam! Everybody runs outside. I push him over, jump in the drive, and we gone. Because I'm 17, bro. You about to get my ass kicked. I'm still living with my parents, man. Like, bro, we out of there. And I never let him live that down. Like, bro, you can never get my car, bro. I'm talking about he hit the gas. He hit it hard. Bam! Ran right into the car in front of us.